7 News covering D.C. here at 6 o'clock, where the largest employer, the federal government, is eliminating tens of thousands of jobs. The mayor is trying to give people plenty of reasons to come to D.C. and open businesses, and that's with painful budget cuts predicted for years to come. 7 News' Tom Rousey is live with Mayor Muriel Bowser's plan to keep business in our nation's capital. Tom?
Yeah, Scott, city's expecting to lose 40,000 federal jobs, so the mayor says she knows she needs to increase tax revenue to make up for that. One idea, she wants to draw tourists who are on the National Mall down that way up here to neighborhoods like Chinatown, where she hopes they will spend money. She made several proposals to do that today and made a lot of other proposals as well.
Doubling down on the things that are going to help us grow.
To help ward off devastating impacts from federal job cuts, Mayor Muriel Bowser says the city needs to attract people to D.C. in other ways. Whether it's through the commander's possible arrival or the revitalization of the arena and Chinatown. She also says easing the tax burden on businesses will help. All of it led 7 News to ask, how can the city afford to do this?
The changes from the federal layoffs will really hit us in years 3 and 4 of our 4-year budget. They don't actually hit us in year 1.
City Administrator Kevin Donahue says for that reason, year 1, which starts in October, is the time to spend money he believes will lead to increased tax revenue in later years.
If we make these investments and they have the effect we think it will allow for us to avoid reductions in spendings in FY 27, 28, and 29.
The mayor says doing nothing will result in cuts in future years due to the loss of revenue from losing so many federal jobs. Now, we talked more about this during our 4 o'clock news, but one other proposal the mayor is making that's already controversial is to repeal Initiative 82, which was passed by voters a few years ago, and it raises the minimum wage for restaurant workers who receive tips in the city and also workers at bars. Reporting live in Chinatown, I'm Tom Rousey, 7 News.
Now, Tom mentioned Initiative 82. That ballot question was through D.C.'s vote several years ago on tipped worker minimum wage. It was overwhelmingly passed. And then last month, amid calls for relief, we spoke with restaurant owners who talk about the impact of that law.
We're dealing with 82, Initiative 82. It has blown up our payroll system. We came out of the lockdown and immediately, within a year, had to double our payroll.
Now, the minimum wage for tipped workers is currently $10 an hour, and it will rise in stages to meet the overall minimum wage for D.C. This July, it goes up to $12 an hour. Employers have to make up the difference if service employees fail to reach that wage on tips alone, and that's led to some restaurants charging service fees on top of menu prices. If the law is repealed, that minimum wage drops to about $5 an hour. Jasmine?